What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and it is the weekend, so it is time for me to give you guys a special episode of the roundup specifically for WWE 2K19. So as you guys know, throughout the week we cover all of the reveals, the confirmed news and so on, but when it comes to the weekend we make sure to actually recap the week but also provide you guys what other latest that we haven't discussed just yet. So if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications to always be up to date, not just for WWE 2K19 but also WWE. Nonetheless, we got a lot to talk about today, so let's get right to it. And first off, what you guys are seeing in the background right now is a WWE 2K18 simulation match, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, which, as you guys know, they're gonna go at it at SummerSlam this year, and if Kevin Owens walks out victorious, he will be the new Mr. Money in the Bank. So enjoy that one-on-one as we recap and also update you on all the latest. So just to catch you guys up to date, as always, I like to start this roundup by updating you on exactly what was revealed this week. And everything started off with the reveal of the WWE 2K19 new game mode, which is Towers. I'm not gonna be getting into all of the specific because I did do an in-depth breakdown of this, but essentially in this game mode, a tower is basically 15 opponents that you need to go through, or I should say run the gauntlet with, and throughout these 15 opponents there's going to be different stipulations to each match, different match types, different challenges and so on that you need to overcome, again, while you're fighting all of these opponents. It's even a little bit more difficult because your health doesn't regenerate, so you have to play it very carefully, very focused every single match so that you don't lose a lot of health going into the next opponent. If you lose, of course, everything gets reset and you have to start the whole tower again. So that is the Gauntlet Towers. There's also the Steps Tower, in which it's a bit more easier because players climb their way through the tower one match at a time. On top of all of this, obviously there's different towers because they have unique themes to them. There's Legends Towers, there's towers specifically for superstars such as Macho Man, Jericho's List, Women's Revolution, the People's Tower, and so on. And last but not least, of course, we're also getting the AJ Styles $1 million tower, in which it is in the form of the Gauntlet Tower. And as you guys know, this is the first step for us to getting into the $1 million challenge. So that is literally just a quick recap on what exactly 2K19 Towers is. But if you guys want the full details again, make sure to check out my previous videos, because we also got a glimpse of the main menu, or at least how it's going to look within this game mode. And it was also revealed to us that we're going to be getting calling cards and emblems to represent our character for when we are playing our Road to Glory, which is confirmed to be back, My Career, which is also confirmed, and of course Towers. So this time around, the custom superstar that we use as My Player is not the only thing that is going to represent who we are. So it's going to be interesting to see the type of combination of emblems and calling cards people are going to be using. The one used in the reveal was an emblem of the Balor Club and a green calling card that could probably represent the Generation X. Should be interesting also to see if we're able to customize any of these, which is something that you do in a lot of popular games such as Call of Duty. And now moving on to other latest that we haven't talked about just yet. So to start off, within the reveal itself, there was a lot of hints of superstars that hasn't been confirmed just yet. So of course, we saw the images of the John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Macho Man, AJ Styles, and so on as part of the tower. But there were also some shaded superstars, especially in this image, and the one on the left, as you guys can see, is the easiest one to distinguish, and that is definitely Batista, who made a return to the series last year, so I'm not necessarily surprised that he is going to be in this year's game. As for the one on the right, I'm not necessarily too sure, but it could be HBK or also Retro Chris Jericho. It wouldn't be one of the newer superstars simply because it's clear that this image represents a towers that is related for legend superstars. But we're not done yet, because you guys also noticed the fact that Jinx, who by the way doesn't look nothing like Jinx, but nonetheless, many of you guys pointed out that this hairstyle is completely new to WWE games, and that to be more specific, it represents Pete Dunne's hairstyle, which this is not confirmation, but it could be a very good indication that we are getting the UK champion in the game this year. We know that Pete Dunne was scanned as early as last year, and chances are he was rescanned this next year. So at this point, WWE Games already have his model. We're just waiting for it to be in the game. Maybe and hopefully this is the year that we get it. Moving on to some other news, and we are talking about some complaints that we had when we saw the reveals of the towers, specifically the models of the superstars. So yes, some of the models such as Asuka and also Samoa Joe, they are updated, and even some legends will have different attire such as Vader and Macho Man. But one of the main takeaway related to models was the fact that guys like John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and more specifically Daniel Bryan, his model is definitely outdated, especially his hair, and it is clear that the model shown to us, it is the same one from last year's game. And fortunate enough, we actually got some insider information as a 2K developer on Reddit ended up clarifying a couple of things for us. The developer stated the following in regards to the models being outdated, and I quote, "First, his model has been updated. Second, I think customers underestimate what it takes to do a single character when you already have a roster of 200 and plus superstars." The developer went on to indicate that it is unrealistic to expect every model to get completely overhauled every year. The roster is just too big. Plenty of people were updated and they look fantastic. The women in particularly look really good, which is good to hear because over the last couple of years, multiple females has just looked very odd, and it seems like it's more difficult to get the models for them correctly than for the men's. As for the renders, which is exactly what we saw on the 2K Towers screenshots, those models that we saw there, the 2K developer indicated that those renders are one of the last things that usually get updated because characters change are made all the way up until we submit the game. They added those screenshots had older images. I'm not saying any of those characters will look materially different, though I do know of at least one that does. So the main takeaway from this is that some of the models that we ended up seeing, especially for current superstars, not all of them are updated, which is why Daniel Bryan's model was probably a placeholder until the updated version of him is ready to be submitted into this year's game. I'm actually not upset at the fact that they ended up using last year's model simply because this ultimately led to this 2K developers explaining to us that they end up working on the renders of superstars and on the models of them all the way up to the release of the game. This gives us more hope that we're getting a much more updated roster, which just like last year should be happening sometime this month, especially around SummerSlam, which is coming out very quick. And now moving on to the hottest topic of discussion over the last couple of days, and this is coming strictly from a WWE superstar, and it all started from a tweet as Xavier Woods ended up asking the following question to the 2K community. He asked the following: "So do you people actually want #GN mode in the next WWE 2K game, or am I biased?" He also specified the following: "Yeah, no, I know nothing. This is honestly just for my curiosity." So just to give you guys a little bit of a background, Xavier Woods has been playing GN mode in his channel Up Up Down Down, and it is clear that it is his favorite game mode to play, which is why he indicated that maybe he is biased towards it as he has been playing it so much. Now this was a poll and the response was insane. It is a 90% yes that we want GN mode, which of course I voted for, and then 10% of everyone who voted indicated that they don't want it. Now without a doubt, WWE Games obviously saw this tweet. Everyone was basically tagging them on it, so they know that people want it, and trust me guys, they know that this is a game mode that the community wants, because even last year during early access events it is always brought up and they always indicate that they know about it and how interested the community is. So the question is, when exactly are they gonna bring it back? Because if they know how successful it is, they have to bring it back. Will it happen this year? We don't necessarily know, but at least the question was brought up by a WWE superstar, so now WWE Games needs to at least think about it even more, and it feels like the pressure is on them to bring it back. Now do I think it will be in this year's game? I don't necessarily think so, but this obviously obviously gives us hope for the future. But there is a follow-up to this, and it comes from Rachel Evans, in which she indicated that she wants it only if there is a female track to it, which Austin replied with the following: I believe there should be only one track, and both males and females should be on it. Women can do everything in the ring that men can do, so I don't see why there is the divide, especially in GN mode, where everything it is about fantasy booking, which she agreed on it. And then Wood stated the following, which is even more interesting: I agree with you and you agree with me. Gonna do my best to try and get everyone to agree together. So I guarantee you guys that from this point on, Xavier Woods is gonna do absolutely everything to basically just get us GN mode back in WWE games. And obviously this is exciting because although he might not know everything that is happening with the development of the game, without a doubt he has some influence on what exactly happens. I don't know if you guys remember last year, where for the first time ever, YouTube creators that covered the game ended up getting some exclusive entrants which they were able to show early in their channel. All of this was ultimately due to Xavier Woods basically just letting WWE 2K know that us content creators should get something exclusive and not just the WWE channel on YouTube and up down down. So he was a big part of just getting that set up, where I'm pretty sure as soon as he ended up complaining and talking about it, WWE Games kinda agreed to let us have an entrance to showcase early on. Anyways guys, that is what I got for you on this roundup episode. It certainly went a little bit longer than expected, but I wanted to make sure to discuss everything. Make sure to elbow drop a like on this video if you guys found this informative. Let's try to go for 1,000 plus likes, and as a matter of fact, if you want GN mode to return, show me that you do by elbow dropping a like on this video, and let me know down in the comments below, besides GN mode, what would you like to see back in WWE games. If you haven't by now, of course subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications to be fully up to date on all the latest. We in the road to 100,000 subscribers. Macho T, dig it.